And down at the bottom right-hand corner of the map, we have our blue Terran player up 1-0 with a cool Reaper speed, Hellion, medevac builds, neat execution with the follow-up from the Banshee as well. It is Dignitas Select, and his opponent, who's down 0-1 and has his work cut out for him a little bit, is FXO's GuMiho, a guy who has, seemed to hang on at every moment in this tournament.
Well, hang on, but at the same time, we've seen him really struggle in Terran versus Terran lately, both in the GSL and in our tournament as well. So, it's interesting because this is actually one of, I think, the best times to watch a really good player when they have a matchup that they're actually known to be kind of weak in, to see how they handle that. I mean, if you go back a little bit and recall how things were for Marine King, for instance, a year ago. He was trying a lot of different things. He was being very experimental. He was losing a lot, but he knew at that point that he couldn't maintain that same style that got him to the finals of a couple GSLs early on. The really, really aggressive, only Marine style, basically. So when you see a player have to kind of rethink what they do in order to improve, that's one of my favorite times to watch a player, just to see them kind of work through that in their tournament games.
And we'll see. It looks like we'll see what both players end up offering here. As GuMiho is going to put down his barracks on 13, a little bit after his opponent, but nothing too weird, I suppose. Gas following this up for Select, and we'll see if GuMiho decides to do the same here in a bit. I've seen a couple of players do this. They put up the barracks just a little bit later because of the extra barracks build time anyway. Your SCV is not going to come up, or you're going to get your 16th SCV at the exact time that it finishes up anyway, so it's not like you're getting your orbital command any later. So.
Yeah, well, I mean, if you're not worried about anyone scouting your base, too, I mean, it's no big deal to wall off in TVT. Looks like Select will scout the top right position first, so he's going to reach GuMiho last. Yeah. That's going to give GuMiho a little bit of time here to get a build going, maybe make Select guess a little bit more about the order in which things came up, which can be important from time to time.
Select going right after a tech lab once again. We'll see if he goes back into second gas another time, or if this is going to be a little bit more conventional Reaper expand. One gas, maybe Reaper 2, and just put that orbital command out at the natural.
Select's in a great position right now because he can show that Reaper to GuMiho, and he's going to make GuMiho really, really wonder. That's why we see Select walling off here as well, is he's going to make GuMiho think, all right, is it actually a Reaper expand, or is it something else? And, is he going to build the supply depot?
I hope so.
Is he going to start something here? He's going to see the scout coming in, but he's not going to get there in time. So, yeah, it looks like GuMiho will know everything that's going on with this build this time.
Yes, he will, and saving up enough resources to go ahead and put down that expansion pretty quickly. And so GuMiho actually putting down a reactor right next to the factory. He's only sitting on one cap, so it looks like he'll open up with some reactored Hellions himself.
Yep, and it looks like the Reaper did kill off that SCV, so Select will be able to go and do a little bit of scouting himself at this point. And he'll actually get there faster than the SCV that has taken the time to walk around the entire map.
This one actually just waiting at the Zelnaga Tower and is like, I'll give you a chance to catch up, but sorry.
Yep. It's like how I feel when I play that level in Mario 64 where I have to race that Koopa up the hill,
Have you ever watched Siglamik, the world record?
Oh, man, it's amazing. That guy's amazing, dude. Oh, nice target fire on that Reaper. That's amazing, too.
Yeah, that was really well done, and looks like this SCV is going to end up dying there. Bye-bye. No, Siglamik is awesome because I watch his stream way too much, and apparently he watches our cast as well. So if you're watching Siglamik, hello. And
I only wish I was that good.
I know.
Mario 64.
But it's awesome because, like, on that one, he'll actually run up, beat the Koopa there, run all the way back down, open up the cannon, and then run back up to the top before the Koopa gets there again. I am flabbergasted by that. Nice job stopping the construction of the command center for a while, though, by Select.
So eventually we know from what's been released about Heart of the Swarm that the Reapers are going to run out of those grenades. Those two, that one will never make it to the expansion. The other one maybe, we'll see, but yeah, in Heart of the Swarm, supposedly the grenade is taken out. The Reapers will still have their plus attack to light units, but they will also regen health very quickly, which is a very interesting mechanic to add in there.
I played around with the beta, and as it looks like another Reaper may go down here in a second.
Yes, it will.
Yo, it picks off one Hellion. This is an attack SCV. I don't know if that's going to...
Select's SCVs are just bloodthirsty.
No kidding. Another one that goes down, and Select has been investing in infrastructure this whole time, so it doesn't have a ton of units on the field as he's trying to get up some upgrades, things like that.
That SCV that was building the bunkers like, there, done. And then he's like, oh. No one around. Okay, there we go. Now, finally someone in there. And the Marauders should be able to chase away all 3 of these Hellions, no problem.
Yeah, so I was playing around with the beta, though, and the Reaper, it obviously it doesn't have the grenades, as you mentioned, and the health comes back very similar to shields on a Protoss because, you know, it delays for a while. It takes like 10 seconds or something like that. But when it comes back very quickly. So they're kind of a cool unit because you can actually pop in, do some damage, pop back out. We do have some Banshees up for GuMiho. No real surprise. He loves playing with those.
Yep. Yeah, he does indeed love Banshees. In fact, Banshee TVT is kind of a characteristic that a lot of the FXO Terrans will show, of course, you know, the best famous for it, but famous for unfortunate occurrences with those Banshees. But, you know, it is a good example of Banshees as well. And since then, I feel like he's redeemed himself. So don't remember the best for that one game, please.
Yeah, I have to agree with you. But Missile Turret coming up here next to the production buildings, and SeleCT just sitting back. He does catch the Banshee, though. Stim's up, and he's going to go for it. Will be able to catch it.
Oh! Whoa! 2 hit point Banshee escaping there. Had an odd accent there for a second.
Banshee.
2 hit point Banshee.
Those Banshees, you gotta watch out for those. Mama told me not to go near Banshees.
Yep, the siege mode on the way here for GuMiho, getting combat shields as well. Dignitas SeleCT going for a straight-up bio style in this game. It looks like not worrying about the siege tanks at all right now. He's just going to have a very strong attack timing with stim, combat shields, and did he do +1 yet? No, not quite yet. Okay, so he may decide to add that on and push a little bit later with it, but for now, you know, he's just got quite a strong economy going and a decent bio force, so not bad all along. This is a great map for bio as well. I mean, if you're going to pick a map to go bio on in TVT, this is probably the best one for it.
And so many attack paths, so much open space in the middle that can't be watched by just single siege tanks or whatever, so good opportunities for flanking. And SeleCT actually running out with the task force of Marauders here. We'll see if he gets anything done. At the same time, we have something flying in around the side for GuMiho as GuMiho chases away the Marauders up at the front. It's another Banshee that should be driven away by the missile turret.
Yep, no problem there. SeleCT coming in with his bio force. His siege is done, though. Here comes SeleCT. Nice concave. But is it going to be enough damage?
Picks off the Banshee right away. Very nice job to snipe that out of there. And is he going to be able to get both of the tanks? Yes, he does. So there's only a handful of Marines left over for GuMiho, but SeleCT just doesn't really have much left.
Not a whole lot. He also lacks medevacs, too. His first one's actually not even out on the way yet. He's focused on only making units at this point.
Yeah.
Only attacking units, that is.
No factory.
Yeah, any stim he does is permanent damage at this point. And he is a little bit behind on supply. He didn't come out quite, you know, as far ahead as GuMiho did. GuMiho will be able to follow this up really quickly.
Yeah, they kind of stayed. That was about the difference going into the fight. Now, actually, GuMiho does not have stim, so he has to turn and engage. And that could be bad for him, as it looks like the tank was starting to get shot down. Can he get the medevac? That would be huge.
Oh, he might be able to. The medevac. Oh, just barely gets away. SeleCT. Is he going to chase it? He might. Yeah, if he can kill that medevac, that will be a nice bonus. But yeah, turning around just at the very end. He didn't know if there were siege tanks up on that ledge as well in GuMiho's base. So yeah, better to pull back and keep those units alive and sacrifice that. And that is a lot of SCVs coming right now for Dignitas SeleCT. I think he just kind of senses weakness in GuMiho, but is it going to be enough to win the game?
Oh, I don't know, man. This is pretty risky. He's going to move forward. He has enough back at home that he can continue production off of his barracks, but crazy. GuMiho is unsieged right now, actually moving around the back. If SeleCT can catch this, it would be great for him. Oh, don't get too far forward with those SCVs, though.
Oh, no. Oh, SeleCT plays his card. He plays his trap card, but he plays a little bit too early. He's going to go back around to the outside. He's going to make GuMiho unsiege one more time.
Is this Yu-Gi-Oh or is this SeleCT? I don't know.
Well, Yu-Gi-Oh is a player in StarCraft too, but
that's true.
He's not in this game, and SeleCT might not be in this game very much longer anyway.
We'll find out. Stim does go down. It's not enough. There's the GG. What a weird game.